boys. This is episode 20. I'm Colin.
And I'm Mike.
Wow.
20 episodes.
20 episodes.
And very consistent as well.
Yeah.
Which I think I've mentioned on here before, but like, consistency for 20 weeks is a lot for me.
Yeah, honestly, it really is. That's fucking crazy.
yeah, that's why. Yeah, and judging on, I don't know, like this will come out the day before my 20th birthday.
Yeah.
Which is on the 20th, so my golden birthday.
Yeah.
So I have highly been debating to like delay it one day just to like line things up, but I don't know. We'll see.
I think John would be quite upset, honestly, because he really loves the consistency.
Oh, does he? We gotta please our viewers, I guess. Well, this just means all of you can wish me a happy birthday before it's my birthday.
we can release a special video on the channel. Just happy birthday, Mike.
Just one of those like weird like online internet birthday things. Like, it's your birthday today.
Get a bunch of celebrities from Cameo. Say happy birthday, Mike.
Hey, it's Dean Norris. That's not how he sounds like at all. Hank from Breaking Bad. But yeah, 20 episodes. Spending my 20th episode kind of sick. Might be able to hear it in my voice a little bit. It's been a weird week with the sickness. I don't know. Like, Sunday I could like start to feel like a little bit of something in my throat. I thought it was just, I don't know. And then Monday it got like worse. I was getting a little bit of sinus stuff too, and I was like, I don't know, I think it might be like allergy stuff or something. And I remember you saying like, yeah, it might be allergies because you're getting them too or whatever.
Yeah, my allergies are pretty bad in the early week. But...
Yeah, and then like Tuesday was kind of, it was less throat and more just like all of a sudden my sinuses were crazy, like runny nose, like the whole fucking bunch.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday was kind of the same with that. And then yesterday, like, I don't know, yesterday it just like knocked me on my ass and I had like a cold as well, like coughing cold pretty much. And like, I don't know, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I mean, because beginning of the week you were like, yeah, I'm sneezing a lot, my nose is running.
Yeah.
Like, my allergies been killing me too. And then yesterday you were like, I'm dying. Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you definitely got a cold or something.
It's like a weird cold though, because like it's not like, I mean, today it definitely feels more like a cold than any other day. Today and I guess yesterday a little bit too, but like it still doesn't feel like a cold. I don't know, it's strange. I don't think it's the Rona because I don't have a fever. I'm tasting things completely fine. Those are the two big ones. So
I think you'd be much more miserable if it was the Rona.
Yeah, that too.
But you know, you got the vaccine, so it's a very low chance that you would get it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You might have just gotten a cold from Six Flags because
maybe
you haven't like been in a crowd in over a year.
Yeah, that's true.
So that might have been it.
That's possible. Yeah, I guess so. It just took like a week to kick in. Yeah. But I guess that's true. Yeah, because I was trying to think of like where I could have gotten it from. I was like, well, we moved Vince in on Saturday, so maybe like I got it from like his family or something, but I don't know.
Could have been a ton of different things, but yeah. Otherwise, how was your week?
My week was fine. I mean, didn't really do too much. There was one big thing that happened, but other than that, I mean, it's been just a average week, I guess.
Yeah.
It
was it's my last full week of work before I'm done with the deli finally. And when I'm finally done, I'll name drop it.
Oh shit! You guys gonna finally know? I've been censoring out this whole time.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be done with that. I hate that place. So,
but what if you have to go back there?
I will never go back. I'll find somewhere else to work. Yeah. Because never again, never ever again. I will never shave meat.
Oh God.
Ever again.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I was only there for a few months, but I've been glad since I haven't had to shave meat in a while.
Yeah, it's actually the worst.
It really is. Shaved meat, for those who don't know, because I didn't know what it was before I started working there. It's basically like the thinnest you can possibly make it, to the point where it's like literally shreds of meat. And like, I guess some people like it because it's easier to snack on that way.
I guess.
I've heard some customers say that. I don't know.
It's more messy if you snack on it though. Like if you just take a slice of meat and you roll it up, it's way easier to snack on.
Oh yeah.
Than shreds of mystery meat.
Yeah.
Like, you get crocus and you're like, shaved Polish boiled ham. That was once in a rectangle. Maybe they don't like it because it
looks like spam.
Looks weird.
Yeah, it looks disgusting. I remember one of our old coworkers saying that as well. But like, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like the shaved meat as well is like, obviously it takes like a lot more pieces to get to a pound or half pound or however much they want, and also it's a strain on the arm. Like you have to like push harder on the slicer in order to like make it slice in the first place.
Oh yeah,
because it's so thin. But yeah, shaved meat is not fun.
Okay, I have an update on the revolution that didn't happen last week.
Okay.
Apparently, most of it did happen. One person did it on Friday, and then the other person did it on Thursday as well, even though she said that she wasn't going to.
Okay.
But John still didn't. So.
John still. Good luck to John.
Yeah, I feel for him. I told him he should just quit on the spot next Thursday, but he's like, no. So he said that the manager's going to have to start kissing his ass if she wants him to stay.
Pretty much. Because he doesn't even work the weekends, does
no.
he? Yeah, so.
And they're going to be like, can you work the weekend? And he'd be like, no.
You want me to quit too? Is pretty much what he's got to say.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well, at least there was some resemblance
Somewhat
of it.
a revolution, yeah. Yeah, but my managers, I haven't seen my manager since, windows were open and the garbage truck.
Okay, I was going to say, that's a very loud garbage truck.
What was I going to say? Oh, I saw my manager, bless you.
Sorry.
I saw my manager on Monday before she left, and she did not acknowledge that I had put my 2 weeks in, so I'm a little nervous that she didn't see it, but like she should have, because I put it right on top of her stuff in her office. So I'm sure she did, but like I haven't seen her at all. But I'll see her tomorrow, and she'll probably be like, "You just stay." No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, if she didn't see it though, that's not your fault. No. That's completely on her. You put it in time you're supposed to. So
either way, I'm not coming back after next Thursday. So
yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of next Thursday, though, we're going to see Inside.
Oh, yeah.
Inside a movie theater. Bo Burnham was like, "Hey, Inside's going to be in theaters for one night," and then it sold way more tickets than he was expecting. So he's like, "All right, all weekend."
Yeah.
But we're gonna go do that, and that's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. One thing I saw on Twitter, which I'm also kind of hoping for, is like, I hope people aren't like singing during it. Like, it's not a concert; it's still a movie.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They were saying like I think the tweet was something like, the thought of seeing Inside with a whole bunch of other people who love Inside, it kind of scares me, or something like that is what they said. It's like, yeah.
Hopefully people will still, stay as they should inside of a movie theater, which is quiet. Even though when you, me, and Vince went to see A Quiet Place Part 2, people had kind of forgotten their theater etiquette. When I had gone to see the Conjuring movie a few weeks ago, people were a lot more respectful and
That's
quiet.
good.
So hopefully we don't get some, fake stands of Bo Burnham singing for Inside. They're like, I love Inside.
Yeah, or something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it shouldn't be completely silent. Like, there should be laughs.
Oh, yeah,
it's like for the comedic bits of it.
Laughs and crying at the end.
Yeah, some sniffles maybe. Maybe if I'm still sick by then I can sniffle.
That's a week away.
Yeah, I hope not either.
But that'll be super cool. I'm very excited for that. I saw that on Instagram. I was like, oh, going to that.
Yeah. I think I first saw it because you sent it to me while I was at work. I was like, oh shit. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it is. But that's it. Next Thursday is my last day. So, and I requested in the request book to work an earlier shift, but if it doesn't happen, I'm just not going to go in that day. So, fuck them.
And I'm just going to call off on you too. But, yeah.
That'll be super fucking fun, and we'll have that to talk about next week as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. But what else happened this week? We went to that new record store.
Yeah, we went to a new record store. That was 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I forgot what yesterday was, because yesterday was my big sick day. But
the big sick. That's
the big sick, yes.
But that record store is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was very pleasantly surprised by how nice it was in that place. And the guy running it was a lot nicer.
Oh, yeah, he seemed really cool.
Yeah. I was like, nice shop, man. He's like, well, thanks, a lot of work went into it. I was like, I'm sure it did. Fuck. Like, they had to be thousands of CDs.
Oh, yeah, no, their CD collection was crazy. It was like a whole corner of a wall.
Yeah.
Like, it was very loud birds here. But, yeah, it was like a whole corner of a wall on both sides, and, like, it was wild. There was a lot.
Yeah, it was. And then, like, their record collection was a lot more mainstream than that of the one we had been to before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know you said that you didn't recognize a ton of it, but that's just because, you don't listen to old music as much.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, I recognized a lot. I was like, wow, this is real nice.
Yeah.
And it was a little more pricey than the other record store, but a lot of the records they had were in a lot better condition as well.
Yeah, those look like they were in great condition, all that stuff.
Like, I bought Toys in the Attic for my dad, which is an Aerosmith album, and it had a little bit of that ring on the art because it was probably, laid flat instead of upright.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what'll happen when your records are laid flat.
Oh, really?
You'll get a little ring from the record.
Okay.
And that's why I rearranged my room and I put the records on like a different shelf on the bookshelf where they would actually stand upright.
Yeah.
Because I was getting a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because I have quite a few at this point. And it's like they're getting heavy and I don't want them to, warp at all. But yeah, my dad's Toys in the Attic record worked perfectly fine. It sounded great. There was no like damage on the record at all. I was like, wow, this is real nice. But yeah, I'm really surprised and pleasantly surprised with that record store. It was real nice.
Yeah, it was a nice place. The only like real like qualm I had with it was they had a $10 minimum, and it was like on like a little note like as you were checking out. Yeah. So I wasn't sure if it was like a weird joke or something like that at first. So like I just kind of like put it there or whatever. And the other guy, like if we were at the other store and it had that, the other guy would probably be like, no, we have $10 limit or whatever, something like that. But this guy was like, oh, sorry, man, we have a $10 minimum. So he was nice about it,
you can keep looking around.
$10
minimum. Sorry,
yeah, he was like, sorry about that.
Yeah, but the other guy was like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
$10 minimum. Yeah, give me $10.
But yeah, so like, because I only got like one Muse CD, Absolution, which is really good fucking album. But I was looking at another one there. There's another Muse CD. It's their, I forgot to look this up. I think it's their second album. It's called Origin of Symmetry, which is, those two are their more highly acclaimed ones. But like, I've listened to Origin of Symmetry. I'm like, it's all right. Mm-hmm. But like, I was like, okay, well, to meet the $10 minimum, I guess I'll get it. And they're both $4.99. I kind of made a joke to him. I was like, okay, if it's $9.98 or whatever. But yeah, he was a nice guy. And other than that little like weird thing, like with the $10 minimum, I mean, I think most times if I were to go in there, I probably would meet that.
Yeah, right. But you're like trying to not spend as much money now.
Yeah, so. I'm spending a lot at the moment, so I was like,
yeah, the only reason I was okay with spending more money is because I was getting a bit of a bigger check the next day. But like, I did spend like $55.
Yeah,
and it was only 2 records, but like, I might have to go in there again soon.
Yeah,
just because like they had a lot of good shit. They had a lot of Queen, which I was like, ooh, haven't seen any Queen records ever. So those look. I do have they had the Opera, which is the Bohemian Rhapsody on it. Yeah, but that's like that's not an original pressing. That's like a newer one, and those all look kind of original. So like, might have to cop me one of those. But I did get American Idiot by Green Day.
Yeah.
Because you were like, look over there, you got American Idiot. I was like,
yeah, it was like right front and center. I was like,
it's one of my favorite albums of all time. So.
I thought you would have had that one, to be honest.
I should have at this point, but like, I hadn't. I hadn't looked into it for some reason, and that really seeing it right in front of me really pushed me over the edge. I was like,
yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out, Mike.
Yeah. Added to your $50 price or whatever that was.
But my record count is now at 33. So
there you go. That's way more than mine. I don't know how much mine is, but you have more records than me.
I think you overtake me in CDs, but I overtake you in records.
yeah, you're catching up in CDs though, if I remember.
At 39.
39. I think I remember counting mine. I was like just a little bit over 40, and so like I have one more now because of Absolution Muse album. But yeah,
yeah. I was listening to Absolution this week. It's really good. I like the sound a lot. It reminds me kind of. What does it remind me of? It's more rock than I would have expected. From you, because like you don't usually listen to that kind of music.
I guess so. Yeah.
Well, other than like Radiohead. But like. I was like, wow, that's pretty good. I really like Stockholm Syndrome. It was a really good song.
That song, it gets me so pumped. I don't know why. It's something about it. It's just so good.
Those rocking guitars were like, wow.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely have to listen more into that over the weekend. Might have to check more Muse out after that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for some reason, that's the only one that's like super connected with me of like their discography that I've listened to. But like, yeah, that album for whatever reason kind of reminds me a bit of Black Parade, and I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I think it's the way he sings on that album, and also I guess the rock in it as well, just in general.
That might be where it reminds me of, because he did mention that on the way home from the record store, and his voice is kind of like Gerard Way's. He's kind of like
it's that really dramatic kind of rock as well, and it's like I think Absolution came out before Black Parade.
Yeah, 2 years before.
So. I don't know, it kind of gives me that vibe a little bit, but in a different way. I don't know.
While Black Parade is very, very emo.
Yeah.
Even though they don't like that term. It is emo. Muse is more, just some dramatic rock.
Yeah, more dramatic rock.
That's nothing wrong with that. It was very good. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing somewhere that some of Tyler from 21 Pilots, some of his earliest influences were like Muse and stuff like that. And a lot of people were saying like the self-titled album from 21 Pilots has a little bit of a Muse influence on it. Okay. And I guess after listening to some of their stuff, I can hear it a little bit like with like Implicit Demand for Proof, maybe like just more dramatic, opera-esque, I guess. Maybe not opera, but
yeah, but I was looking for like Radiohead CDs and records. Was kind of surprised they didn't have any.
They didn't have any. Like they had nothing there. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they had a lot of mainstream CDs and stuff, and I was like, wow, they don't have Radiohead.
That was the first thing I looked for. Was that I was like, damn. They had Muse though.
Yeah, they had Muse,
which some people would be mad about.
Why?
Because some people call like Muse like discount Radiohead in a way, and some of their later stuff, I could definitely see it. I feel like Absolution doesn't really sound all too much like Radiohead, but
well, they were a band around the same time, I'm sure.
Muse was later. I think their first album was like late 90s. Like I think it was after OK Computer. So
and Radiohead started in early 90s.
Yeah, they were like 93, I think, is when their first album came out.
Okay.
I think they've been a thing since like the late 80s. But,
oh wow.
Yeah, and they've had no like member changes either, which I think is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all of them have been consistent with it, and which is really wild considering how they like change sounds like pretty much every album as well. They're all like down to do it.
Most bands who've been around that long are usually like, oh, there's a different guitarist. Oh, we got a new singer now.
Yeah, something like that. No, they've stayed consistent the whole time, which is
really cool.
Wild. Yeah, it is interesting.
Even 21 Pilots had member switches.
Yeah.
So, their bond must be really strong on that. Cause like,
it must be. Yeah, I think they get into a lot of like argument fights, but I think it's more like brotherly love sort of thing. Sure. But I still gotta look at Radiohead.
You did play a song earlier that I liked a lot.
That was Just, yeah.
I'm sure I've heard that song.
I put that in that 30 days.
Yeah, definitely.
The Loud Garbage Truck is back. Woo! It's going the other direction now. Went in a circle.
Yeah, my neighborhood is a circle. So.
That's true.
I had to get across the street and on the side of the street, so sorry. Just wanted to turn off the air conditioning so we wouldn't have the loud whirring, and
then the garbage truck comes.
Then garbage truck and birds come. So,
the loud ass birds.
Just cannot catch a break here. Would you shut up?
I'm sorry. All this background fucking noise. But speaking of Radiohead, so Tom York released kind of like a shit post. Tom York's the lead singer of Radiohead. Mm-hmm. He released Creep, a very 2021 remix featuring Radiohead. And basically what it is it's a 9-minute song because it's Creep, but it's slowed down to half speed, and they literally just half speed the audio. So have you ever done that on YouTube and you know how the audio warps? Yeah. It sounds like that throughout the whole thing. And there's there's a weird there's a synth that comes in that's kind of cool. It's a little haunting, but it's pretty much a shit post. I know they hate that song.
Why do they hate it so much? Just because it was so mainstream, or what?
I guess because it just wasn't really their sound at all. I think they even wrote it to have a mainstream song, even for their first album, which I don't know, the first album was iffy in the first place. But I think the record label they had is no, you need a big single or something like that. So then they kind of half-assed one, and that was Creep. And there's even legends of you know how before the chorus there's the that was them trying to sabotage it so that people wouldn't like it or whatever. And then people are dude, that sounds so cool. Shit, pretty much. So they just kind of don't like it that much because it's, especially nowadays, because it's not representative of their sound at all, right. And it's the one thing that they're known for.
It is a good song.
It is a good song. I definitely still like it, but it definitely is very kind of base level for them.
Did you see that a few weeks ago at this point, the Foo Fighters, they played the first show back in Madison Square Garden?
No, I don't think so.
And Dave Chappelle came on stage and he sang Creep.
That's interesting. It's a very interesting mashup of stuff.
Yeah, it was very weird. But
Dave Chappelle at a Foo Fighters show, okay.
Singing a Radiohead song, yeah.
I didn't even know he could sing.
I didn't either. He doesn't, it's not groundbreaking,
right?
But it was still I saw the video. It was that's kind of fun.
I mean, having the balls to sing in Madison Square Garden, I mean that's something in general.
You gotta have the balls to be a comedian in the first place.
Well, yeah, there's that.
But yeah, I don't think I mentioned that to you, but that's pretty.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty funny when I saw that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to look that up. I know there's video of Jim Carrey singing "Creep" as well,
really?
a karaoke show or something like that. I don't know what happened to my voice. I was
carry out.
Cheery out. Yeah, but along with that, Radiohead also made a TikTok page.
Yeah.
Which I guess has been around for a little bit. I was looking at it last night and I was like, oh, some of the stuff was posted months ago or whatever. But it's been cryptic, little it's a news reporter, but his eyes look really weird. And he talks in a 40s kind of voice or whatever. And some of it's just cryptic. Some of it's weird TikTok humor though, which is really strange coming from Radiohead. There's one where the Angry Birds theme is playing in the background, and he's doing whack-a-mole on two little head things or whatever, and that's the whole video. It's what the fuck is this?
Maybe they're teasing a new album.
I hope so. I mean, other than that, other than that one video, which was very strange, I hope it's teasing towards something. But
the other day I was maybe they're teasing a new tour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you said that immediately. I was I'm going to go broke.
I don't know much of Radiohead, but I would. Gee, seriously?
Is that the third time? They're getting the third sign at the street.
I don't know much of Radiohead, but I'd go with you if you needed somebody to go with.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that's the one thing. None of my friends really like Radiohead. It's mostly just me.
I would go. I love a concert, so
that's true.
I would definitely go see that with you.
Yeah.
But man, I'm hankering for some new music. I know we're getting a lot this year already, but that Billy album, it could not come soon enough. I'm really excited for that. NDA makes me so excited.
Yeah, new music. I've kind of been a little needing some new music as well. Like the last.
He's
coming back.
What the fuck is going on? He's just driving around the neighborhood.
He's just doing some donuts, like, really big donuts. But there's what was I saying? Oh yeah, music. I've been looking for some new music as well, and fuck. Words are escaping me. Jesus. Oh, okay. Like 2 weeks ago, like I don't think I had a song, and last week I didn't really have a song either. And this week I'm also pulling from the vaults for my song of the week. Yeah, so it's like I don't know. Nothing's really come out, I guess, and like I've just been listening to older stuff at the moment.
It's been 3 weeks since Tyler.
I think so. That sounds about right.
That's
3
great.
or 4 weeks. Yeah.
What was I going to say?
It's contagious.
Billy did like a live version of NDA, and that was real nice. I was gonna say, I don't know if I said this last week, but people are like saying, "Oh, she's in her flop era," and like, how?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It definitely is a little different than the last album. I wouldn't say it's a flop era though. Like, I would say maybe I'm not enjoying the stuff as much as I did the last record, right. But like definitely not flop. Like, it's still good music. Like I think I've liked everything she's released so far.
All the singles are really good. Lost Cause is okay.
Yeah.
But like My Future, Therefore I Am, like beautiful.
Yeah.
Your Power is just powerful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Your Power I think is my favorite of all of those.
I think
and then I'd
too.
probably go My Future, then maybe NDA, then Therefore I Am, then Lost Cause. I think is what I would do.
I might put NDA over Therefore I Am, but
I think I did that.
Did you?
I think so. I think I did NDA, then Therefore I Am. Yeah.
I'd probably put NDA over My Future then.
Oh, really?
I really like that song.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
I'm sorry. Should brought my cough drops.
You're okay. But yeah, we still have that Billy album is still a couple weeks away, which is like painful. Like, and John was saying that Isaiah Rashad finally announced when his album's coming out.
Oh shit!
And it's coming out July 30th.
Ooh.
So
goddamn. I may have to check that out. I don't know. I'll have to see. Probably not on the day since Billy's coming out that day.
Right.
But maybe a few days after or something.
Yeah, we can't listen to 2 new albums in one night.
No, it's impossible.
Especially since the Billy one's gonna be 16 songs long.
That's true.
Almost an hour. I don't know how long. I don't know like how long Isaiah Rashad makes his albums.
Yeah.
But the way that John's been standing over him, it makes me kind of interested to check it out. So.
Yeah, I saw like a thing recently saying like if Kendrick, Isaiah Rashad, and SZA, I believe is the other person they said, like if all their albums aren't that good, like they're thinking TDE will go under or something like that, and they're like, they have Kendrick, so. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, Kendrick and SZA really are like the moneymakers of that.
Probably,
I think.
Yeah, probably.
But like, come on, Kendrick. Just release something, man.
Yeah, even just a single. Do what fucking Silk Sonic's doing, just a single and then nothing else.
It's been 5 years.
Has it been 5 years since Damn?
Was it 2016 or 2017?
2017 sounds more right to me, because I think 2015 was T-Pad.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So,
that's definitely right.
That's still 4 years, though, which is quite a long time.
Yeah. Unless it's a masterpiece, you better fucking release it soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think we've said that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm hankering for some new music. You can only listen to Scaled and Icy too much.
I've been listening to it a little bit. I probably should give it another listen.
I've just been shuffling through it. I'm like,
yeah. That's a good shuffle album.
It is a good shuffle album. I like Mulberry Street as much as the next guy. Maybe more than the next guy. But I can't listen to it 100 times a week.
Right, yeah. But I had something cool that happened earlier this week. So
let's get into that.
Yeah.
Unpack that, baby.
Yeah. So on Sunday, I woke up and I saw that Brad Taste in Music, you know, the guy that we give way too much of a plug on here for him to not recognize. No, I'm kidding. But that we give a plug to like all the time. I saw he was streaming and he was doing a review your music stream, and it like had just started like 4 minutes after I woke up or something like that. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm kind of in the mood, I guess. I don't know. But like, I just like got up, said hi to my family, went downstairs, and then I donated to have him listen to my Jubilee line cover that I posted. I think now it's like 3 weeks ago, I think, and we talked about it on the episode. It's like linked and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, it was the cover that I like produced by myself and like sang on by myself or whatever. And I kind of like put on the message. I was like, "Hey, Brad, I think I just said something like, I'm going to be making my own music soon, and I'm testing the waters by doing a cover song first. And like, I'd love any advice you have on like the mixing or the production or anything like that."
Right.
And it was really cool. Like, I took a screen recording of it, and I've probably watched that back like 6 or 7 times now, to be honest with you. So like, I have it like almost memorized, but it was really cool. Like, even just like when I donated the first time or whatever, he was like, "Thank you, playing it for the $27 or whatever." I was like, "That's me." But then yeah, he like I was so fucking nervous, and I was texting you beforehand. I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm like shaking or whatever." And like, I think you were you at work when that was happening?
I was. Where was I?
Because I don't think you were watching live.
No, I wasn't. I forgot what I was doing.
It was Sunday morning.
It was Sunday morning?
Yeah.
What was I doing? I know I was busy with something.
Yeah.
I think it was playing video games.
Wow. More important. No, I'm kidding.
I wasn't video games. What was I doing? I don't remember. I knew I wasn't watching. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, look at my screen fixed.
Gotcha.
I can talk about that too.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like texting you before, and I was like, "Dude, I'm so nervous." You're like, "You'll be fine," or something like that. I was like, okay. But yeah, and he puts it on. He reads my message or whatever. He was like, "Okay, I'll tell you whatever I can," or whatever. And like I don't know, he looked like he was like kind of like enjoying it or whatever. He was like bopping along, and then the vocals that came in, he like gave like a little like face, like I know I can't like really show it, but he, like squinted his eyes a little bit and like looked around.
Yeah.
And then
he did the Brad look.
The Brad look, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's there's something about the vocals he doesn't like." He paused and he went, "Hold on. This is amazing." I was like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" Like, it's so weird like hearing that about like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
You know, I didn't expect him. I was expecting like, I don't know, just like average or whatever for him. But then like he was like, "You're coming to me asking for mixing advice, and you paint me the fucking Mona Lisa." Dude, that made me laugh so hard when he did that. But yeah, and then he like restarted it just to hear it again because he thought it sounded so cool. It was just so awesome. He like basically said the first half was like flawless, and then towards the ending he was like, "Okay, now I can actually give you some criticisms or whatever." And like, but at the end of the thing, he still gave me a smiley ball, which is his highest rating, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And it was just so cool.
Yeah, watching that, I was like, "Woo!
I know,
go back!"
Dude, it's just like such a surreal thing. Like,
yeah.
And like, I think you and John both said like, "All right, you gotta do it to Fantano next." And I'm like, if I'm shitting myself for Brad, oh my god, Fantano is a whole other story.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a light 2.
Yeah. But he was saying like he could hear a lot of like the Radiohead comparisons, which is interesting because there's definitely a few things on like my album that I think are a little Radiohead inspired.
Right.
But when I was making this, I wasn't really like thinking, "Oh, I want this to sound like Radiohead." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that came through the influence."
Yeah, from what I've heard of Radiohead, it kind of like the vocals are kind of a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Like the echoey, kind of distant.
Yeah.
Singy voice kind of thing, but it fit what you produced really well, so I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brad, now that you reacted to Mike's song and you gave him a smiley ball, you should come on out of
it. Yeah. But yeah, that had me like smiling for so long. I mean, even now I'm smiling pretty big, but like for like literally like 3 hours after that, I was smiling. I told my parents about it, and like,
they're like, oh, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, like I played them the original song because I guess they didn't see it when I uploaded it or whatever, and then and then we were just in my living room watching Brad Taste in Music reacting to me, which is interesting because like we don't normally like, I don't know,
gather around and watch stuff.
I mean, we do sometimes, but like when we do, I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago or whatever, but like my mom's like kind of like, I don't know, like we normally don't watch things above like a PG-13 rating or whatever. So when he was like saying like the motherfucking Mona Lisa or whatever, they were laughing at it, but it kind of felt like a little bit like an awkward laugh. Yeah, but like it was cool though, and like I was showing them that, and yeah, I think he gave me really good criticism as well. So stuff to learn from.
Yeah, both me and John were like, John brought it up the other day. He was like, I'm really excited for Mike's album.
Really?
Like, I really want to listen to it. And I was like, yeah, me too, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Cause, like, that'll be on my shuffle. Yeah,
I wanted to work on... Because, well, now I'm working on the first song, finally, for it.
Just now?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to work more on it this week, but then I started getting sick, and now I have, like, a weird... Because of the sickness, I have, like, a weird, like, ear thing. Mm-hmm. Like, it's, like, kind of, like, clogged a little bit.
A little muffled.
Yeah, it's a little muffled, so, like, I can't, like, properly hear things. I'm like, fuck. But, like, it's cool, though, because, like, the song I'm working on, I'm going to have my friend Vanessa, she's going to play bass for it.
Oh, cool.
So this week I made, like, the sheet music for it, or I sent her, I was like, this feels so cool.
She knows how to read sheet music?
Yeah, I made sure, I was like, you can read sheet music for the bass, right? She's like, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, and she's going to, like, there's, like, pretty much a whole, like, spot towards the end of the song where I'm like, hey, I kind of want a bass solo here, but I don't know what I want. So I mean, like, hey, you want to come up with something? So like,
improv.
Pretty much, yeah. She's gonna write her own bass solo there. I gave her the chords, and then
that'll be super cool.
Yeah, some collaboration.
Are you still gonna get your grandpa to play acoustic on?
I'm thinking I want to do that. Yeah, I'd have to write. I think. Well, maybe I'd have to write for that. I'd have to figure out how he would want to see that or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, one of my songs I was thinking he could do acoustic for, which would be really sweet.
That would be really cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a nice memory to have.
Yeah, especially because like a lot of my musicality kind of just stems from him, really, because like he's really into music stuff, and then he passed that on to his daughters, which, you know, my mom and my aunts, and then that was passed down to basically all my family as well. So it kind of just stems from him. So yeah,
that's super sweet.
It'd be a nice little, like, I wouldn't say wrap up, but like, you know, homage, I guess. Homage would be
Grandpa, thanks. You can die now.
I don't know what that noise was. Don't make me laugh at that again.
Sorry.
I'm in pain. Jesus Christ. If you ever become famous, someone's gonna find this and then clip that noise. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm excited to work more on that once my ears are feeling better, and get some songs started on there. There's, like I said, I'm working on the first song, and there's gonna be 12, I believe. Yeah, 12. One's just like a little interlude that probably take me a couple days to make. But
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be super nice, especially it'll be nice for you to move into the apartment with Vince, and you got your sound phone came in, and got some good quality shit.
Yeah,
and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I hope so, and I'm gonna, I think, well, because I think I mentioned it on here, but for my birthday I asked for just pretty much money. Yeah. I think I'm gonna put that towards a nice keyboard, so that way I can record still videos for the channel and have good, actually probably better piano quality sound than usual. And then also, like, that would be the stuff that's literally in my tracks as well. So.
Yeah, that would be super sick.
Yeah.
I'm excited to move down there.
Yeah.
Excited to see what life is all about.
Yeah, I don't remember if you mentioned this on the pod, but you're officially, well, I shouldn't say officially, but you got accepted to a dorm.
Yeah, I did. I got a email a couple days ago. It was like, hey, you're approved for
that's the word,
a dorm. I was like, sweet, finally. It's been like
Yeah.
a couple months at this point.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous, to be honest.
Too.
I was like...
And my dad was like, you got a month till school, you were fine. I was like,
I feel like a month isn't like...
Yeah, no, usually people are...
I mean, I think when I got my dorm, it was like early May, like usually.
I mean, I didn't apply for one until like the beginning of June, but like still like... It's been over a month since then, and they just got back to me. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, I was worried I was going to have
cutting it close a little bit,
I was worried I was going to have to get an apartment, and, like, that's even more money, and, like, I can't go to my job then. Like,
yeah.
But, like, whew,
yeah, crisis averted.
Crisis averted. I just got to figure out what I got to bring down there.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of stuff, like, clothes and, electronics galore.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty lucky when I moved into mine. Like, I pretty much just... I think we were able to get everything up in one trip with us four, so...
That's nice.
It was cutting it close, because, like, they give you, like, carts, and, like, you can put stuff on there, like, saran wrap around it. Pretty much what I do at work. But, yeah.
There's elevators, right?
There are elevators, but if you get the big building, they only stop every 3 floors. So it's possible you may have to go up or down 2 flights of steps.
Okay, that's not too bad. But...
Yeah, I think I had to go up 2 flights of steps, I think is what I had to do. Which was a little but we didn't have any, like, furniture that I was bringing, so...
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't either. I may have to get a stand for my TV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not too bad. But the more stuff I get down there, the less stuff I have to move when we get an apartment next year.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad.
We're still looking at that, keeping our eye on a few.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
But like, you know, we're becoming adults now. Mm-hmm. So
spooky.
Yeah, it is.
Gonna be I'm gonna be 20 by next podcast.
You're still a teenager. I've been 20 for 2 months.
Yeah, okay, bitch. Someone's gotta hit double digits at some point, okay?
I'm old, alright?
I don't know why that double digits is like so funny.
I
say that to like everyone.
It's so funny.
It's so stupid, but I think I actually originally got that from Call Me Carson. I think he said that one time. Oof. Yeah, a little oof moment, but you know. Yeah, he's not as big of an oof as some of the other oofs on YouTube.
Yeah, but
still an oof.
Yeah,
but
still never addressed it, so.
Yeah.
He kind of disappeared.
I think he tweeted something like a couple weeks ago saying like, just I still need a little bit more time or something like that. And that's like the first he's like intentionally done anything. I was like, oh. But I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see. Yeah. Wow. That was a lot of pop.
That was. Stiff.
Yeah, we got less than a month till school starts, which is oof. I'm very excited to be back in a physical classroom though.
Yeah, I am too. It's
gonna be super nice, and with that tablet for the note taking, it's gonna be super nice too. Like, I'm excited to see people.
Yeah,
and not just stare at words on a screen for hours on end. But
I'm excited to an extent. Like, I'm a little nervous about tests and quizzes.
Yeah.
I feel like I may have become a little too reliant on resources.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to see how I do with that. How well my brain can retain information nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, like, it shouldn't be too bad. Like, I'll definitely study more now.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever studied with online school, but, like...
Yeah, I didn't really either.
It shouldn't be too hard. Like, we do have years and years of school behind us already, so like it's not like we're totally out of practice, but like
right,
it has been like a year and a half since we've actually
had to do something,
which is weird to think about, but
yeah, I'm not sure if I had a physics class that semester that got split in half pretty much from being in person to going home. And I'm not sure if I would have gotten an A in that class had it not been for going home.
With that history rock and roll class I took, where we had to like do that those presentations, I definitely would not have gotten 100% in person. Like, I don't know how I got to that 100%, but like he was like, "Oh, I really like your presentation," and I was like, "I'm glad it was only in front of you because holy shit,
yeah,
I have social anxiety out the ass,
dude." And like, did you ever have to do any online presentation?
No.
I had to do a couple. I remember I had to do, I think they were both for my band class, because like we didn't really do like band the first 2 semesters that we were online. We just kind of did like a variation in a way. So like we would like learn about marching band or learn about old bands and how they came to fruition or whatever.
Right.
And like we had to do a couple presentations and like, oh my god, this is. I don't think I've ever been more scared to do a presentation than online, to be honest. Like, even though I was just mostly looking at blank screens, it's because I was in my own space and not, like, actually, like, up and presenting. Like, I don't know. It felt, I don't know, like I was exposed or some shit. Like, I don't know how to describe it.
Well, yeah, because you're, like, in a place where only you know. And it's not,
Yeah.
like, at school, it's like, okay, this is a classroom, but in your room, in your basement, you're like, why are you looking into my house?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of that, yeah. Or something like, I don't know. Like, my voice, I remember, got real shaky, and, like, I think I called my teacher, instead of doctor, I said mister, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm a sophomore, I can't be saying that shit.
Mr. Doctor,
yeah, pretty much. I was like, fuck. I don't think I swore, right? But he probably wouldn't fine. He's pretty chill about that. But
I don't think it should really matter. Like, I know you're a doctor and you earn that shit, but, like...
Yeah.
You go from public school and shit where everyone's a Mr., a Mrs., or a Miss, and you're like, and then you go to fucking college and it's like professor or doctor, and it's like,
yeah, I don't think he minded it, but it was more just like, you know, these are the band kids, so like they're the people that I see the most or whatever, and like I feel like not catching on to something like that, like the Mr. and the doctor, like makes me look younger, I guess, in a way.
I guess.
And like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I was just like, fuck.
Well, you were young.
But he was fine with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, he gave me a round of applause or whatever. He's a really nice guy. But
sounds like it. Yeah, the guy I had for history rock and roll, he was pretty nice. He sounded a little bit like Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
But he was a pretty good teacher, and I'm glad that right before the pandemic started, we were able to do that little Beatles unit, because if we hadn't been able to do that, I would have been a little upset.
That does sound fun.
It was pretty cool. It was a good class. It had nothing to do with my major, but it was it was just something I wanted to. Because like when I went into my junior college, I was like, I don't want to do teaching. I want to do music. And I did some music classes. I took a piano class and stuff like that. And then I kept with that until the last semester. I was like, you know what? I do want to be a teacher. So then I started taking teacher class, and it's like, oops.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think college, a lot of places kind of do accommodate for that. Like, usually your first year of stuff is just a lot of gen eds and stuff in the first place. So it's like, it's kind of flexible as to what you go to, what you don't.
Maybe I'll get a minor in arts or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Yeah. But
college is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
And I just hope that the pandemic doesn't flare up again.
That would suck, because like things are opening and it is nice being open to places again.
Yeah. We went into that record store without a mask on, which was a freeing feeling.
Yeah, it was.
Just like Six Flags last week, we went in without masks, and it was a little iffy at first, and I was like, you know what, we're all right.
Yeah.
But on Saturday I went again, and when we got there, it didn't seem as busy as Tuesday,
which was surprising to me. I was like, really?
Like, we got on Wizard pretty fast. We got on Viper pretty fast. They got on Raging Bull, and I think they did X-Flight too. And we were like, where is everybody? Like, why is it so not? Why is it?
Did you get there around opening?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Right before opening, and we get to where Superman and the Dark Knight are, and the line for Dark Knight's out the door, and the line for Superman is like curved all the way to the bumper cars.
Oh.
I'm like, oh.
There they are.
This is where everyone is. But before we got into the park, my siblings were messing around, and I was holding my phone out for my ticket, and my youngest brother knocked my phone out of my hand, and my screen cracked. Mm-hmm. And like, oh my god. He was so lucky we weren't home, because he would have gotten a stomach full of fists. But, yeah, that was fun to have to go fix the next day. It was a shitty way to start, but yeah, it was a good trip. It was like 12 hours. We were there for 12 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's way longer than
we were there from like opening to closing. I was like, oh my god,
that's crazy.
I was getting like pissed because I was so tired at the end.
Yeah, I can imagine. I got pretty tired for us just being there like 6 hours or something like that.
I mean, like Saturday was a lot nicer weather-wise.
That's also true. Yeah.
So I was able to do it without dying, but it was still like, I want to go home.
Yeah. It must have gone at a good time too, because I've been watching a lot of like roller coaster stuff recently. Cause, I don't know. I guess I'm interested in it now. But there's a channel that I had been watching, and they just released a video like, we're finally going to Great America, or Six Flags Great America, or whatever. Like, oh, that's the one we went to. Yeah. But like, they released that video like a few days ago, I think it was, and unlike all the rides, they were like required to wear masks and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this video must be like a few weeks old or whatever. We must have been in like the infancy of pretty much maskless stuff when we went in there.
Probably. But John was telling me the origin of Six Flags this morning. Mm-hmm. It started in Texas, and the Six Flags were to represent the 6 countries that controlled Texas. So there was like Spain, Mexico, the U.S., the Confederacy, and there was a couple others. And I was like, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like there were like 6 different like portions to the park. Yeah. I was like, that was pretty cool. If it'd be cooler if they didn't have the Confederacy, but it's pretty cool. I mean, they kind of still have that, like with the Southwest Territory and stuff like that, and like it's more America than just Texas at this point. But, they did have Macho Nacho as a restaurant.
And like when it opened up?
No, when we were there.
Oh, when we were there. Okay, gotcha.
Macho Nacho.
Like, and then what was...
Chopsticks,
yeah, for the Chinese place or the Asian place. I'm not exactly sure what it was.
Yeah. It's like a off-brand Epcot at Disney World. So.
Very off-brand, yes.
But yeah, let's want to get into the song of the week this week.
Sure.
All right. Whoever's this week, I think it's me.
Is it?
Not quite sure.
When I write down my things for like topics for this week, I should really do that. Just like put who goes first.
Pretty sure it's you because you had thumbs and I had NDA.
Oh, you did it that way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Colin does like little drawings and like little like logos, I guess, like the songs that we do. Yeah. Actually, that's a good way to keep track of who goes first. Yeah. So then you go first this week, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So, like I mentioned, we went to the record store and I got American Idiot on vinyl. And I was kind of struggling to pick which song I wanted from the album. I'm still kind of in between at the moment, but I think I'm gonna go with "Give Me Novocaine" / "She's a Rebel."
All right.
Drain the pressure from the swelling.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Give Me Novocaine / "She's a Rebel."
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good.
Give Me Novocaine is better than the second song, but I do like both of those songs. And you're kind of jumping in the middle of the story, so you don't really understand. But like, you gotta listen to that album.
I need to do that.
It's an absolute classic.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
For some reason, I don't know what it is. Like, for me, it's hard for me to get into, like, the punk rock stuff. Like, I do like rock stuff, but, like, I don't know what it is.
Listen to that. Maybe it'll change your perspective.
Maybe. See, for me, I feel like I almost enjoyed the second one a little bit better.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure why. I feel like that one I could see, like, just, like, once I know it more, just, like, sing along to that, like, in the car or something like that.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
Give Me Novocaine is just like a soft kind of turnaround for the album. Because you go from St. Jimmy before that, which is like a really fast, like hard rock, punk rock kind of thing, and then you get to that, and you're like, oh, okay. This album kind of does a lot of that. It goes from like really hard to like really kind of smooth and soft. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 songs on the album, and it's almost an hour long. So.
Ooh. It's a hefty one.
It is hefty, but it's worth it. Jesus Suburbia, and
that's one I definitely need to listen to because I've heard that one.
Oh yeah,
it's quite. That's like a 9-minute song, isn't it?
So is Homecoming. So
yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Really good classic album, one of my favorites of all time. So listen to that if you haven't.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Yes, he looks at me.
What do you got for us this week?
Well, this week also going off of the record store thing. Like I said, I got the Muse Absolution album, and I listened to it again because I got the disc or whatever now, and yeah, I really fucking love Stockholm Syndrome. I know we talked about it earlier, but it's so good. I want to play that one. So yeah, Stockholm Syndrome by Muse. Oh, all right. Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh.
It's
absolutely filthy.
It is
good.
I think that's just like. See, Muse definitely does have like a little bit of a sound. Like they like doing rock, but like playing with a whole bunch of chord stuff or whatever. And sometimes I think the Muse sound is a little, little too much at points. But like in that song, I think they blend it fucking perfectly.
It is beautiful.
Because like that there's like the rock section in like the. Like in the verses, but like it still has like their Muse chords a little bit, and then the chorus is kind of like majestic in a way, and then they go right back into that like heavy rock, and it's so good.
And growing up with like heavier rock with my dad was like it definitely made me really appreciate kind of like that really heavy, dirty guitar riff, and just hearing that it's euphoric to me. Like it's so damn good. Yeah. I love it so much. That's such a good song.
Yeah, and I definitely do like a lot of that stuff, but like I feel like that song perfectly blends with a lot of other stuff I love too, like chords and like beautiful melodies in general too. It's like I didn't know those two things could mix in that way, and the way they did that in that song, it's just wow.
Yeah, the singer of Muse kind of has a similar kind of cadence to Radiohead, kind of.
Yeah,
which is why.
And that song not as much, but yeah, and a lot of the other stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but damn, that song's great, dude.
Yeah.
I really gotta sink my teeth more into Absolution, but like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that was. I think I remember describing to you when we were on the way home. But I first listened to that song because of my friend that likes them a lot. And she told me to. Well, I was just listening to it, and I had it in the background as like we played a game, and like that was the song that first caught my attention. It was specifically the "I wish I could," and then like the like it was like, oh fuck, that's sick as hell. What the hell?
It'd be a really sick song to see in concert.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. Yeah.
I knew of Muse for a long time, but I never looked into them.
Yeah.
And then you recommended it, and I was like, really? Wow. I was like, okay.
At least that album. Like, their other stuff is good, but, like, there definitely is, like... It doesn't have as much of, like, the dirt and grime like that song does, or, like... I don't know. It's weird. They're a little interesting.
Yeah. I mean, if you like that kind of sound... Green Day.
Maybe. See, that's not really, like, punky, though, I don't think, that song.
And the Green Day definitely doesn't have, like, those... really dirty guitar riffs as much as that. But
that's definitely like the heaviest song on that album too. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good song.
Yeah.
Are they current? Do they still release stuff?
Yeah, they still release stuff. I think their latest album was Simulation Theory, and I believe that was 2018, something like that. Which a lot of people didn't like, but they basically went like straight up electronics on that one, I think. But they didn't do it as well as Radiohead did when they did that with Kid A. But yeah, they're I think I also mentioned to you in the car, I have like a playlist of like some songs I just think are just like perfect that I could listen to over and over again. And I think that's the most recent one that I've put in there. It's like, I don't know what it is about it. It's just it's got such an energy to it.
I think I could listen to that one forever too.
Yeah.
It's like it makes you feel like ready to fucking fight
A little bit,
like,
yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like, it's like Metallica, like
A little bit, yeah.
like the,
I can always say a little bit like I know what I'm talking about. But
I did. Speaking of Metallica, I watched like a documentary with my dad last week, and it was real interesting because like they're such pompous assholes at this point.
Are they?
Like that documentary was made in like 2003, and like after they had stopped making good albums, and like they were like they were all like done doing drugs and stuff, and like but the singer had to go to like, rehab for drinking, and he was in there for like almost a year, and he came back and he was like, oh, I can't work more than 4 hours, and been trying to get this album out that they've been working on for like a year and a half, and it's like, dude. But their old stuff is like really good, like Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning.
Yeah,
those are.
I recognize
classic.
Master of Puppets. I think that's like the album cover with like the tombstones on it, right?
Yeah, like the crosses.
Yeah.
But those are really classic, and they had like a really tragic like one of their members died in like a bus crash in
really?
Sweden. They were on tour in Sweden, and like the bus hit a patch of ice.
Oh wow.
And he got like, I think it was like it was either the bassist or the guitarist. I think it was the bassist, but their bassist got like cut in half.
Jesus
basically.
Christ! Wow.
Like, I think that really like took a toll on them.
Well, I can imagine. Yeah.
After that, they were just like, oh wow.
Wow.
But, yeah, that was a good documentary though. I think it's, I forget what it's called, but it's on Netflix. It's like 2 hours long. So if you're interested in watching that,
Yeah, maybe.
it's a pretty good watch. But yeah, I don't have much to talk about else.
Yeah, I don't think I really do either. I guess I could double check my notes real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. It said Brad reacted to me, Tom York shit post, and Radiohead cryptic shit on TikTok. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to do except this is my place now.
Are you sure you want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go back to my house. That's like, you know.
Okay.
That's where, you know, you claimed it first, and then you sent me back here. Even though I spent most of the time in my backyard, but like I came back here one time.
Can I take my PlayStation?
You know, I've really wanted to play The Last of Us for the last few years. I haven't really been able to. So I mean, if you don't mind, I think I'll keep that here. You don't mind, right?
I spent a lot.
Yeah, you don't mind. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I'll go then.
All right. So now that this is my house, my rules. No Collins allowed. Yeah, I mean, I hope you all are doing well. If you want to check us out in the description. Yeah, make sure to close the door on your way out. Yeah, check us out in the description. You got my piano page down there, and Colin has his review page if you want to check that out, I guess. You should, but, you know, just remember who's in charge. And we also got the Twitter page down there, and yeah, if you guys have anything else, just hit us up, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching BrokeN Boys.